And I am back. Of course I'm back. Because I gotta brag on this bag because it's so awesome. Oh my gosh, y'all. Picked up. I had my eye on this before my Cassie. But this girl right here, this Cassie, she came in and she done stole the show. Because she's just that awesome. But there's times where this Cassie will not fit my Bible or my notebook or a bottle or two of water, and so I have other bags too, but I wanted a tote style. I have my Charlie carryall and my Avenue carryall, but I wanted one with just one compartment. So let's get to all the features. All right, first things first, refined calf leather in the heather gray, which is absolutely the most beautiful. It's not too light of a gray, but it's that beautiful, and I don't know if it's a winter gray. I think it's a year-round gray because gray, black, they're just like neutral colors. They are year-round bags, but I specifically love the darker grays. And it's got that beautiful computer hardware. So the C turn lock feature right here also. And it opens up to a front pocket that you can all the way. So it's just all the way down and you can stick whatever you need really quick in there. And then of course the beautiful, simple, sleek, and sophisticated hang tag. It's actually on its own little loop, which is super nice. You don't have to stick it in between the chain. And of course, the beautiful chain right here in the pewter with the leather. I love that. And then of course, on the other side also, everything is in pewter. The little grommets on there too. And it has a double zipper that goes all the way down, and that's stuff. All right, so the zipper pull tab is also pewter, and then that is this, well, it's not quite a bright silver. It's probably a pewter zipper anyways. And then it is gusseted, which is super nice. It has got gussets on the side. And of course it has feet. And the interior, well here, I'll insert the measurements now.
Inside, it has got this slip pocket, button closure, and that oxblood color that we all love so much. So that one's on that side. It is on the side of the front side, I guess. And then it has a zippered pocket on the back side of the bag. And it's beautifully lined in leather on the trim. And then, of course, the beautiful fabric, which is not silky, but it's that cottony type material that cleans so easily. And that is
so, this is how she looks from afar. On, of course, and it's a super lightweight bag, you guys. It's literally 1 pound 15 ounces. And this is the back. So it does have a front and a back, because some bags, they'll have any side, either side can be the front or the back. But yes, and she's not stuffed right now, but I will get her stuffed because I'm excited to see what all fits inside this girl.
So let's see. I have got here notebook. It's a pretty chunky one. Not everybody has such a chunky one, but notebook in there. Living word, my living word, my Bible,
So she is very full, but as you can see, you can still fit a pair of sunglasses, phone. You still got oodles and room. You literally got, so she's all stuffed. And oh my goodness. She's such a cutie. But yeah, these leather straps, this drop is like 10, I think. I forgot what the measurements exact were, but I think I measured it. But it is such a nice drop. And of course, these leather strips make for very comfortable. A carry-all and a tote. It's just one big opening. You stick everything inside, and you sit it down. Voila! It stays. It stays closed per se without you actually having to zip the zipper. But of course, if you want to, you do like so. And this zipper is amazing, you guys. How about this? Let's all see if we can guess how much I paid for this cutie. Yes, let's see. But anyways, okay, I'm obsessed, you guys. So, yes. And that's the bottom again. Okay, I'm just gonna look at my gorgeous bag. Okay, so next on the agenda is gonna be my in loving memory. I'm gonna do 2 verses because it ties in with the story I want to share, because I love bags. I love my family, but above all else, I love my Heavenly Father and the way He works in my life. So I'm always all day long praising and thanking, just being so thankful and grateful for what He does. But I love sharing different things that He does in my life. And this past couple of weeks, He's so I'll go into the story. But thank you for sticking around for my Parker. You guys are always so amazing and so supportive. I love you guys to pieces. But thank you for sticking around for the Parker. And I'm going to get into the beautiful story I wanted to share. Y'all want to know what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. But first, I'm going to share the 2 Bible verses that are going to tie into my story. Okay, so the first one is from Galatians 6:7, and I think I've shared this one before, but it says, "Do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, this he will also reap." Okay, the thing about reaping is we reap later than we sow, and we reap more than we sow in whatever we do. If we reap bad things are going to come back at you. Not immediately, not within the next 5 minutes, but it could be weeks, months, years, but it's coming for you. Okay, second one. And also with the good things. If you plant good things, the more good things you plant, the more, comes at you. Okay, and the next one is Luke 6, verse 38. "Give, and it will be given to you. They will pour out into your lap a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. For by your standard of measure, it will be measured to you in return." All right. And then Galatians 6:9. "Let us not lose heart in doing good, for in due time we will reap if we do not grow weary." And okay, that's 3 Bible verses. I know I said 2, but when the Holy Spirit, I'm just so thankful and so grateful. So here's the story. Listen close, folks. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I was driving around just minding my own business, just slaying at work, just driving around in, circles like we do. Anyways, so I had to stop at one location and then, go to the next location. But in between the 2 locations, there was a bank. So I stopped at this location, which was a restaurant, and then I was headed to the clinic. And it's just one giant shopping center. So I stopped at the restaurant, and then I drove through the parking lot because everything's connected, just minding my own business. I looked I looked down because there was a pothole. You know, I was looking down and driving, and I see the pothole. You know, I'm trying to avoid the pothole, and in that pothole was $100 bill, y'all. $100. Man, I stopped my truck so fast. I scooped that money right up. I was like, oh my gosh. I turned to the right, and I was like, oh my gosh, the bank is right here. I was like, I bet you anything somebody got some money out the ATM, and they, counting stuff, and the wind done blew because it was a windy day, and the wind apparently had blown somebody's money, and it had landed in that pothole. So I picked up that money real quick. I drove around the building, back around. I didn't want to be blocking traffic, y'all. I wanted to be safe. And then, so I walk into this bank. I'm like, hey, I found $100, and it was pretty close to the ATM, next to your building. And the lady at the front desk, she was looking at me confused, like I brought in an alien or something. But then there was another, teller that saw me and overheard us, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, that lady was just in here looking for, her $100 because she had lost her $100." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So she was so thankful, so grateful. I was in a hurry. I was like, "Okay, no problem," and I left. And then I kept driving on. I was like, "Dang, I wonder what the purpose of that was, Lord," because to me, everything happens for a reason. Everything, every little thing in the world. Can't nobody tell me nothing, because everything happens for a reason. Everything. So then I'm just sitting in my truck. I'm like, dang, I wonder what, the purpose of that was. And so, hold on. Okay. It was recording. For a second, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm on fire and it's not recording. No, this is the worst thing ever, to be on fire and then somebody just it's not recording. And they're like, pour a bucket of water on you. Okay, anyways, back to my story. That's so awesome. Okay, so that happened 2 weeks ago. So I thought nothing of it. Oh, and before I go any further, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, that was so awesome of you. No, God put the right person at the right time. He commanded the wind. He orchestrated that event for a specific reason. He planned for me because I am driving I am in motion all day long. So I couldn't have planned anything myself if I had wanted to. Okay, it's always a God thing. So I did not for 1 second want to take anything from the Lord. That was all my Heavenly Father arranging every second of my day. Anyways, to bless that lady that had lost that money. But that wasn't just a blessing for her. It turned out that blessing, came back to me. And how did it come back to me, you say? Yesterday, my husband calls me. And he's like, babe, you don't have your work today? I'm like, what? He's like, because they're in a building. There's this big building. And so there's two businesses. So my husband's side of the business is on this side. And the other company, so they're in the same building, but there's two businesses. Anyways, so my husband always likes to park in front of his office. And this company is some kind of contracting company. I'm not exactly sure what they do, but there's always constantly contractors coming in and out. Apparently, one of them, had some long poles or something, metal, doohickeys, that when they backed up somehow, they had busted my husband's tail light doohickey. I'll insert a picture now. So the guy that did it, they knocked on my husband's office, and they're like, hey, we accidentally broke your thing. Here's the pieces. We're gonna pay for it. And they could have just drove off, you guys, because that's what happens most of the time. Most of the time, people leave dents in your car. I mean, it happens all the time in parking lots. But they said, hey, come next door, bring the receipt. We will, write a check for you so you can replace that headlight. My husband went to the dealership to get that headlight, and it was not cheap. That was over $500, you guys, it's not a headlight. It's a backlight. I keep calling it a headlight, but y'all know I don't know car terms, y'all. I'm sorry. It was a big backlight. It was over $500. And and I was thinking to myself, I was so shocked. I was like, oh Lord, I'm so thankful that they made that mistake, but they were so honest about it, and they came in, because not a lot of people are honest nowadays. And then I was just so thankful. I was crying in my truck, so thankful to the Lord. I was like, Lord, thank you so much. And then he reminded me, what I had done 2 weeks ago. And it wasn't me, because anything good I've ever done is the Lord worked through me. But it just reminded me, because I find money all the time, guys. It's just, because I'm everywhere, money's flying everywhere. No, but I found money on the ground in the middle of nowhere, so if it's in the middle of nowhere, of course you're going to pick it up, but no one's around, who are you going to give it to? Like, hey, anybody lose $5? Anyone? Hello? But it just, the Lord orchestrated that beautiful event, to always, he's always teaching everyone the same lessons over and over. And I was just so thankful and so grateful. So that's how 2 weeks ago, how that came back to us yesterday, to my family. What you do, if you sow bad things on other people, bad things will come back, not just you, but it affects your whole family. So you guys, thank you so much for everything that you guys do, for listening to me, for putting up with me. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but you guys are so amazing. I love you guys so much. I love spending time with you guys. It's just I'm so honored and so blessed to have you guys part of my family. And of course, I always want to be part of your family. I want to support you guys like you support me. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and my new coach, Parker Carryall. Hope you guys loved it, because I loved her. And y'all have a beautiful and blessed Saturday. I love you guys. Till next time.